What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and I recorded a video yesterday and for some reason it got corrupted. Not sure what happened, but essentially it was my thoughts on the Wings of Redemption versus Boogie2988 fight, and I wanted to share my thoughts on the fight, how I felt, how the fight went, who I was cheering for, kind of all that stuff. I just wanted to do a quick video on that, chat about it. So as you guys know, and you've probably seen, the fight between Wings of Redemption, aka Jordy, aka Richard McPepsi Steen, and Boogie2988 happened yesterday, and alright, so I'm just gonna give you my raw thoughts. So big ups to both Wings and Boogie for actually doing this. I didn't think this ever was gonna happen. I thought Wings was gonna find a way to back out of this, but big ups to both of them for actually having the balls to actually do this. So I wanted to give them props. You guys know I am not a big fan of Wings or Boogie, especially Boogie. I do not like Boogie whatsoever. But of course, even if you don't like someone, you can still acknowledge when they did something good or positive. So big ups to both of them. So yep. So what happened? So also I wanted to give a big shout out to Keemstar for putting this together. He worked really hard to get these two behemoth of men to sign and agree to do this fight. So big ups to Keemstar. It looks like he broke the internet with how many people were actually watching the fight. From what I gather, there were like 400,000 people actually watching it on YouTube, and I think the end numbers ended up to be up over like 1 million views or something like that. So big up to Keemstar and its production company, and also Misfit Boxing for actually putting it out for free on YouTube. So big ups to that, and also big ups for them to allow content creators to react and use the footage. So big ups to them. All right, the fight itself. So first of all, I'm gonna rank it on a couple things. So the first thing is the intro. So I'm gonna rank Wings versus Boogie's intro. Now Boogie came out, I guess embracing the meme of Frank Castle and him shooting the gun, which was okay. It was all right. I gave it like a C. It was all right. It wasn't original, but whatever, it was okay. It was better than him just walking down to some music and not doing anything. So I'll give him props for that. Wings intro was epic. The one thing Wings did with this whole fight is he embraced the meme, which is really big for people. I mean, especially locals and people that make fun. When you kind of embrace the meme and you run with it, people feel like, okay, yeah, that's funny, they get it, and they kind of laugh with you, and it's a good thing to kind of do it. And Wings did it right. He walked out rapping, which was hilarious. The more funny thing would have been if he would have had like a case of Pepsi or something. That would have been extremely epic. But he came out singing the Kid Rock song, which we all know he loves to sing, and he was rapping it, and he was kicking it. You could feel the audience really into it. So I gave him an A. I gave him an A for his entrance. He definitely won the entrance. Now the actual fight itself. Now you guys know it lasted 2 rounds, barely 2 rounds, and Wings just dominated. Wings dominated the whole fight. Wings came in, and his approach, big ups to Wings for actually listening to his trainers. He took that to heart, and what they wanted to do was, they knew that Boogie was going to have a defensive posture. That was his thing, and then try to take his shots when he could. Wings did the right thing by being the aggressor. So as soon as the fight started, he came in and just started swinging at his head, and that's what you needed to do. He needed to hit Boogie one time right in the face, and have him feel what it feels like to be punched in the face. And his game plan, his defensive game plan, was out the door. As you can see from this picture right here, you can see Wings just ready to wail in his face. And you can see how Wings' stance, look at Wings' stance. He has one leg back, he has a pivot foot and one leg back, and he's using his thrust of his body to just take a punch at Wings. He's trying to use that kinetic energy to just clock Boogie in the face. And look at Boogie standing there flat-footed. And I believe this was the one where Wings actually hit him like 3 times in his face. And Wings talked about how Boogie seemed a little out of it from the very beginning. He was, because he clocked him. He hit him right up. He hit him. You could tell he hit him right in the cheekbone, right above the eye. And if anyone's ever boxed and got hit there, that hurts, and it puts you in a loop. Like, it makes you a little bit loopy. So I think Wings, it was correct on that. So Wings was the aggressor. He was the person. He definitely won the first round. He gave him a standing 10 count, which is a KO, which is a knockout. And he was just straight up the aggressor. And then the whole heights thing was just ridiculous. Boogie, you failed there. The first thing you should always do is, when you have equipment on, when you're ready for a fight, it's like an hour before, is put all your equipment out and test it. Make sure your gloves fit good. Make sure your wrapping's good. Make sure that your tights fit perfectly. You know, and he did none of that. I can tell he did none of that. He put on his clothes and just came out like a moron, and that's why his pants were falling on him. And it was just utterly ridiculous, and he looked like a clown when they had to actually duct tape him up, looking like a mummy. And that's on Boogie for being unprepared. That is. Wings, on the other hand, you could tell his tights fit perfectly. His shoes were good. Everything was fine. Like, you could tell he took it seriously. His gloves were taped on good. And for some reason, his gloves look a little bit smaller than Boogie. I'm not sure. Maybe it's color black. But his gloves look more contoured than what Boogie had on. So big up the Wings for doing that. I'll give him credit for that. And then, of course, the second round came out. Wings came out again swinging, and essentially just, you know, TKO'd him, essentially. Technical knockout. If it would have kept going, I think he would have knocked Boogie out. The way he was pressing Boogie, he was on the offense the whole time. He didn't look winded. He looked like he got his stamina. It looked like he really, and then if you could tell by his training videos, you could tell Wings really took it seriously. So big ups to Wings for doing that. Overall, I got to give Wings the win. Boogie just, I mean, big ups Boogie for actually doing the fight, but the whole fight and everything, just, you look like a clown, and Wings actually came out looking good on this fight. So people ask me, who was I cheering for? I was cheering for Wings. Not that I was cheering for Wings, but I thought Wings was just going to beat Boogie. Wings had the height advantage. He had the reach advantage. He has more mobility than Boogie. You can always see it. Wings is a big dude, and he sits around a lot. But if you ever see him get up and move, you could tell that he, for a brief time, he can harness that speed and get around. He can. So I thought that he had like the overall conditioning. I thought Wings was just a better fighter. Also, Wings is like 11 years younger than Boogie, so he had the age advantage. So that's when I knew the fight was going to happen, and Wings was actually taking it seriously. I put my money on Wings. I actually bet King Sly. We had a bet going on. I actually had a couple other bets, and I won all the bets. So thank you, Wings. I appreciate that. So overall, who do I think are the winner and losers of the fight? So of course, the winners, you got to give it to Boogie and to Wings, but especially Wings. Wings came out looking really good on this fight, and big ups to Wings. So if I had to choose, like if I had to rank the winners, I would say the number one winner is Wings. Wings did a lot to ingratiate himself. He ran with the meme, and he showed himself well. Even showed some emotion when he did an interview and talked about his cat Rocco. So I mean, that people like that. People do. I mean, you know, some people might complain, say, I don't want to see a grown man cry, but you know, he acknowledged the love of his cat. I myself am a cat owner, so I understand that love. So big ups to Wings. So if I have to rank the winners, I'd say number one is Wings. The number two winner is Keemstar. Keemstar put this together. I'm pretty sure he made a nice lump sum of money for this, and he went down. He did the work. He visited Wings in South Carolina. He visited Boogie. He kept in contact with them. He made sure that they were training, made sure they were dieting. So Keemstar, definitely, I give Keemstar, he's one of the winners. Boogie, I guess, is the third winner because he just showed up, I guess, and he actually went through with this. So I'll give him some props there. I'm not a big fan of Boogie, but you know, losers. I think the biggest loser out of all of this is DSP. That's right. And it was funny because yesterday you can see that he was salty as hell. He actually set up a rule that no one can talk about the fight or drama. And that's because we all know that DSP is a salty ass person. He is jealous. He doesn't like when anyone has any amount of success. Even before the fight, you can hear him when he was talking about the Wings and Boogie. He's like, "Oh, I wish them the best of luck. I hope they make the money and all that." But then he would preface it all the time with, "Oh, they're gonna get injured. One of them can die. This is just, you're being a clown for money. I'm better than that, And he was just salty and mad. And I think when the fight happened and it came off as well as it came off, he was even more upset. He was upset that he didn't make $10,000. In Phil's world, him streaming video games and doing meaningful content, he deserves the money. He deserves the accolades. He deserves the praise. He deserves the millions of fans, not Keemstar, because Keemstar just lives off drama and makes trash content, all those memes that Phil likes to say about Keemstar, and he's just jealous. He's jealous of Wings and Boogie, and on top of it, he's even more upset because Wings and Boogie signed on with Keemstar to do the Locale podcast, cutting Phil essentially out. And of course, that's $50K plus whatever money that he could have been making down the drain, Phil. So the biggest loser of this whole fight is DSP. Why? For taking himself too seriously, for thinking he's above the fray, which he isn't, for not actually having the foresight to see that maybe doing a podcast or maybe doing a fight would help his image, would help show that he's not, you know what I mean? Like, people would give him praise. As much as I despise the man, I would give him praise for actually going into a ring and actually willing to fight, just like I'm doing with Wings and Boogie. But DSP thinks he's above the fray. He thinks he's so much better than everyone. He thinks he's YouTube royalty and that he deserves success and money, and he doesn't. And that's why he's sitting at home begging for tips, hoping that Jinx, aka OIC, inherited some money and that he can continue giving him $150 every stream for the next 6 months. That's what DSP is hoping for, and that is pathetic. And you are pathetic, DSP. Instead of doing something out of your comfort zone, taking risk, which we know you don't like to do, and actually signing up with Keemstar, signing up with someone to actually do something out of your comfort zone. No, you rather sit there and beg and ban people talking about Wings and Boogie fight or drama. You're sad and pathetic, Phil. You are extremely sad and pathetic. And the interesting thing is he went on a banning stream yesterday, even banned Jinx for saying that he didn't like React content. For having an opinion, he banned Jinx, and he banned anyone trying to talk about the Wings and Boogie fight, which is so stupid. I talked about it in my last video, where I thought, who cares what people are talking about in your chat? As long as they're not breaking TOS, you shouldn't care what they say. You shouldn't care what the topic is, as long as they're engaging, giving you the views, and so on. So the biggest loser of this whole production is DSP, of course. He's on that tutorial level. All right, so let's get back. So the overall fight was okay. I wish it lasted a little longer. I don't think the referee should have stopped it as soon as he did. Post-fight, I have to give it to Wings again. Boogie came on, he started complaining, looked like an idiot with the tape around his pants, talking about he wanted a rematch and all that. Nah, Boogie, you're done. You blew your chance. Wings came out very well. Wings did a couple interviews. He actually showed some emotion. He was happy. He gave praise to the people that were actually in his corner, that gave him the training. He didn't sit there and make it seem like, oh, I did this all by myself. No, he actually praised the people that actually helped him. So big ups to Wings for that. That's what you definitely have to do. The interview, he did very well. I think he did really good with the interview. He even took a picture with some fans. One guy has big fat Wings with the gunshot, which is a meme, and then another dude with a shout out Sean Ranklin shirt. And you know, if this would have been DSP, he would have called him a moron and walked away from him. But no, Wings was like, oh, whatever, man. You guys came out, you supporting me. Let's take a picture. And look at Wings. Look at Wings happy, excited with that big red Kool-Aid t-shirt. And you know, he's loving on the people that actually wanted a picture and hang out, regardless of what the intent was. You can see him like embracing the memes. You can see him embracing the Sean Ranklin, him with the gunshot. So big ups to Wings for being a bigger man and actually, you know, engaging with people that actually went to the fight and so on. So big ups Wings. So again, I know I crap on Wings a lot and I clown him and stuff like that, but I'm big on, hey, when someone is doing something positive, you should be able to praise them. You know what I mean? You should be able to praise them. So I'm giving a lot of love and shout out to Wings here. So big ups Wings. I hope you continue doing good. Like I hope you take this opportunity that you got and expand on it. Like do different things. Stop banning people. Stop saying stupid stuff. You know, apologize from time to time when you know, and just move on and just try to lead a productive life, Wings. I'm wishing that for you. Will he do it? I don't know, but today's not the day to talk about that. This is his moment, so big up Wings of Redemption. If you watch this video, I'm proud of you, pimp. I'm proud of you, big pimp. So just keep doing the good thing. Lose the weight. Keep streaming. Stop saying stupid stuff, and hopefully you'll be okay. All right. Well, that's my thoughts anyway. Again, the winner, Keemstar and Wings. The loser, DSP. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.